inside the tempo. Yeah. Mr. Wiggler, I boosted, yo. Hey, let me try to give thanks.
I am muted. Sorry about that. What an idiot. So thank you very, 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 very much indeed for joining us. We wasn't the 60th birthday stream at the beginning, so apologies for that, but I didn't have another intro. I've just been doing a stream. So if you were watching that, thank you very much. That was kind of a lazy afternoon chill out time. We were stream-tastic today, so thank you very, very much indeed for joining me then. And thank you very, very much indeed for joining us, the wonderful Lisa, Inky the cat, and me, and Mr. Spong should be coming on in any second. So hello to Wagyu. I didn't know Wagyu had an NPC, but he does. He's just updated to the latest firmware. Paul Artola's in the chat, saying hello from Maryland. No pressure, Inky. Put your teacher hat on and have two board rubbers ready to throw at unruly students. My word. There's no... Oh, he's got an NPC Live 1, has Wagyu. Artola doesn't have an NPC. Cresshead has an NPC 1. Syndonic has an NPC 500 and a Force. Only have that. My word, my word, my word. Hello to Culture of Ghosts. Hello to Paul LeBlanc. Hello to Keith in Watford. Hello to Cresshead. Goodness me, there's loads of people here already, which is fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us. Wagyu's asking, has Kent got his NPCX fired up? He has apparently. And he will be joining us momentarily, according to my messages. So that's kind of cool. Sorry for being muted. I've just caught up on the chat that says muted. Take a drink. I've got some water. Oh, Nightbot appears to be working. All right. Apologies to Michael Bath. He seems to have kicked you out for spamming capitals, although I definitely switched Nightbot off. Please ignore Nightbot. It wasn't... it's not me. So I do apologise. It's going to be hard for me to switch it off until we're kind of doing the proper NPC stuff. So please don't take it personally. We've tried out Streamlabs and Nightbot, and it's being a bit vicious. I think I turned it off earlier, but it's still moaning. So try not to spam everything. Right, we are... Well, let me introduce the first of our lovely, wonderful guests. Here is Lisa, and she looks like an NPC. How are you doing?
I'm very well. A very blurry NPC.
I think you do have to come up in volume a little bit, but let's just check, chatters, if you think the overall volume needs a push. Yeah, I'm sure it is. You're quieter than me, I think.
Hello, hello, hello.
Let me push this up a bit here and see if that helps. Try that.
Hello.
That's probably better. Give it a go. Nightbot is no nonsense bot. Yes, this is true. So there's Inky, there's me. This is my NPC, my lovely In Focus NPC. Look at this.
Whose NPC is that, Don?
Sorry, that is Inky's NPC. How on earth did I even say that? Sorry, yeah, this is very kindly. Inky lent me this NPC, and I still have it. And she is amazing, so thank you very, very much for that. What I meant was it's so nice, clear.
I think you're trying to send me subliminal messages, or...
Yes, it's mine. It's all mine. It's all mine. So Ken should be with us in a moment. She is so nice. Get the love in the chat for Inky.
Oh, thank you.
That's a great picture. Do you think that is Paul LeBlanc? Because I'm scared.
Yeah, Paul's got a really cool job as well.
What does he do? Should we be sharing this? Probably not. Shouldn't be outing people on live streams, but that's cool.
I don't
Obviously
think he minds. He's told us on Sonic State. So,
has he? Oh, that's okay then.
I think he does something like, when they're doing CSI.
Oh no, really?
and all the computer screen shows stuff. I think he does that. So he's like the geeky technical expert for, when they program stuff in and stuff appears on the thing. I think that's what
to
he
make
does.
it look geeky. And he's got those enhance buttons where you look at like if we had an enhance button, we'd be able to sort out your picture of your MPC, because on CSI they just go enhance and it just goes and it's really crystal clear. Oh goodness me. It's okay.
Enhance.
Michael Bass. Yeah, poor old Michael Bass getting it in the ear from Nightbot. Let me see if I can grab my laptop whilst we're awaiting the Kent. Hang on. Oh. Well, that wasn't a great idea. Hello, corrosive abuser, in the chat. Let me just see if I can access Mr. Nightbot. Where is he? That might be Mrs. Nightbot. Cloudbot it's called. So what's Nightbot doing then? I must be on a different bot. Oh, okay. So I switched off Cloudbot, and we're now being attacked by Nightbot. I don't even know what Nightbot is even doing, so I'll try and switch that off. We're just awaiting the arrival of the wonderful Mr. Spong. We do have the Spong.
Kent Spong, can you tell me what's wrong?
And we have this, so please, if you haven't already, I'm sure you already have, but
Like and subscribe.
And the best one is when all else fails.
If I buy another keyboard.
Let me see if Nightbot's working. You have to mix it up for challenge. No, yeah, quite. Come on, Mr. Spong. We've got an Inky one as well, actually. Sorry, I didn't do the Inky one.
Oh, Inky the cat. Inky the cat. Inky. Oh, Inky the cat. Inky the cat. Inky.
I think we have a Kent. I cannot get rid of Nightbot without probably breaking something. So I will just have one very, very, very quick last look. Part channel. I think that might work. Okay, Nightbot's gone, I think. I hope. If he hasn't, I can only apologise. Right. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is with great... over to the newsroom with our masterful, wonderful repairer of the synths. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kent Spong.
Hello.
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 How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good, thank you. All here, upright and perpendicular. Probably still here by the time we get a third, fourth.
Oh yeah, there'll be another one. There'll be another. I'm putting my name in, to be honest.
They're like buses, mate.
I'm throwing my hat into the ring. I've got my bell. Pay attention, MPs. You're going to give some money. Money,
lally.
Give generously. Hello, Adamski in the chat again. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Right, we're going to talk about MPCs. We have Inky is a slightly blurry MPC. I'm on the top left. So has your MPC ready and standing by, Mr. Kent? You don't have to have it on screen or anything, but...
It's hither.
Right, chest. That's my audio. Oh, I like that. What more could one want? Oh, Music Production Centre. Is that what MPC means? Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Lesson one.
It used to be MIDI production
MIDI.
centre, didn't
Right. Yeah. Okay, yours is a bit quiet.
Mine's making no noise at all, is it?
I heard something in my left ear. Your right hand side is distorting. I think you need to wiggle that cable in the right. Lots of love in the chat for you. You seem a little better, Kent, which is good to see.
Yes. Oh, good grief.
Chrissy rock. Yeah, I think you're in the middle now. Just quiet.
Kent Spong, can you tell me what's wrong?
Yes, me.
Oh my! Ow! Jeez.
Loud enough for you?
Yes, your kick drum's really quiet. Everything else is like off the scale. We must have that for the. Oh my goodness me! Sorry, lovely chatters.
How was? It all sounds really quiet here.
Man, well, suddenly the snare drum, I heard a lot of hiss coming up, but the kick drum
Yeah.
stayed the same volume, and then the snare just smashed it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Inky, do you want to test yours? Oh, sounding good. Paul LeBlanc said cats just run away.
Can I just ask what firmware Kent's on?
You can ask.
Good question.
Have you updated it since you got it?
I think so. Yes. I seem to remember doing something with it. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
How do you tell?
Yeah. Where would you look?
Oh, well, it's different for mine because I've updated it. But you see there's a little cog right at the top of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
This one up here, I just pressed, and you get to here.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2.10.1.
2.10.1.
oh, yeah, you're fine.
I find it's the best OS, actually. Myself and Ken were discussing this at some depth earlier. It's the funkiest of all the OSs.
Well, mine broke my... So I went to visit my parents and I thought, great, this is the time I need to use the MIDI mapping feature.
Mm-hmm.
And the latest update broke it. So I went
Oh,
there
no. Oh.
with this the whole week to do this boring job that I've always wanted to do and couldn't do it.
Okay, Inky needs to be louder, I'm afraid. Inky, louder. I've got you full whack.
Hello.
Yeah,
Famous
that's
racing
better.
driver, Inky Louder.
Inky, louder. Yeah, if you stay right on the mic, then I think you're good. Stay on the mic.
Okay.
Stay on the mic. Right, Wagyu is on 2.11.5, which I believe is the newest version. Slightly less funk. And Carl Bedford's on 2.11.5. So, right, we're good to go. Okay, lesson 1.
Right. Would you like to know a bit more about the step sequencer and what you can do with that and drums?
100% would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yes, please. I think it's definitely good for you to just show us stuff and we will try it.
Right, so say I want this hi-hat.
Yep.
So I'll just record some of that in, shall I?
Yep.
Right, now I might want to alter that. So I can go to the step sequencer here.
Yep.
All right.
And at the moment, it's showing me the velocity,
Gotcha.
which is why it was quiet, John, because I've got it on half level rather than full level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no worries.
So with this velocity, if I press that velocity there
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and press the big round button, on the new version, you've got probability or ratchet, but I can add a new one. So I can go to pad 3 and I could go to the parameters and it's got tuning, filter cutoff, filter resonance. All
Okay.
these things, including reverse, I think is right at the end. So you can have lots of different effects. That
And you can adjust the
control.
level of them with these
Yeah.
graphs.
Yeah, and you can. So each sample can have up to 4 levels on that sample, and you can individually change the tuning of each level on that
Gotcha.
sample.
I think I've got you. Can we rewind to how you recorded it then? Wagyu's saying, "Talk to us like we're at primary school," which is cool.
Basically, I pressed play,
Yep.
overdub,
Yep.
and then I pressed note repeat and pressed the button.
Okay, so I would press play.
Play
Yeah.
to your right.
Yeah, and overdub.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a thing. And then you did a note repeat and held it down, did you?
Yeah.
Where's the note repeat button?
Top left. It'll be different for you, Kent. So
Yeah, it's just above the.
Oh, yeah,
Like
up here.
vents.
So note repeat, and I can just put the hi-hat down.
at the top left. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Except it didn't record anything, but
Try record. It might.
instead of
because you
overdub.
hold on.
Yeah.
Because you've got to arm the track. So go back.
Okay.
See this
Stop for a
on your
second.
main screen. Where
Yep.
it says track. See this little circle here
Yep.
needs to be red.
So that's that one. So again, I do play, I do overdub. Is that going like a 16 beat cycle at the moment? Or
Should
just going on forever?
yours
it
is
just-
on 32. I don't know why it's on 32. By
Okay.
default, I've got mine on 4.
Oh, up here you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, right, so it's doing
sequence length.
32 bars. Yeah, okay, so we need to
Yeah,
just
so just
shorten
go
that
to
somehow.
your bar here next to your sequence. You've got
Yeah,
a bar,
bar here, yeah.
and just press.
All right,
Press
so I
that.
just want like 2 bars, right? Or you got
Yeah.
4 bars, right? I'll do
Yeah.
2. I'll do 2.
Ooh.
Right, so now I've done that, what I should be able to do is I can push play and overdub. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and I can hold note repeat down. I can do some. Ha! That is pretty cool.
Right. Now, if you go to your step sequencer,
Yeah, so I'll just stop that for a second. All right, so I
And
could
do you
undo
wanna-
that if it was rubbish, but now the step sequencer is this one. Oh, look at that.
do you want to have a go? Do you want to
Yeah,
join?
yeah, let's get
Alright.
Kent catch up. Definitely, because this is cool.
That one, I think. Okay, so it was right. Record.
Play and overdub.
I'll play.
You done that already? Man, that's a great one. How did you do that quickly?
Why did it do that? Let me.
Kent's got the fun. Perhaps you have to start off with an empty one.
Yeah, let me try and ascertain what the hell I'm supposed to do here.
Obviously, if there's anyone in the chat that wants to ask any questions, Inky will be very happy to answer them.
All right. So how am I going to put a blank track in?
Just go. Go to your main menu. At main,
Yeah.
where it says track here, you go to another track. Just press that
Oh.
and turn the big dial.
Oh. Okay. It's gone to a different.
Yeah.
No, still plays.
But you might want to solo it because you've obviously got something recorded on that track.
There's something in here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or press erase, says Chris Head. Mind you, this may be your album we're erasing, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah, or you could just go to
Here we go.
you can just go to track in this pencil icon and clear it.
I think I just.
See that button there?
Have I cleared that?
Have a look where Inky's finger. Look where Inky's finger is. Obviously, it's not for now.
So you go to this little icon here.
Right. Die. Will you die?
Paul, I'll
Or
tell
you
you,
could
you should,
just turn it off and on again.
Yeah, let me turn it on.
And when
you
it
should
says,
definitely go for it, Paul. Sorry, Inky, and tell us how good they are, basically.
Right, let's turn it back on again.
and it'll say new project. You want a new project.
New project.
And it's at the bottom left-hand corner. It should say, do you want to load this or new project?
I'm sure I'm making this more complicated than it needed to be.
No,
Right.
go for it. Go for
Empty project.
it. This is
That's
Voila.
my lesson as well.
There we go. Okay, so play and record. Yeah. Oh,
Play an overdub.
But you haven't selected anything to put on that project, so you need to get a drum kit.
Okay.
See-
okay.
So you need to press this, which is your drum kit,
Right.
and then you have to go to browse,
Browse. Yeah.
and then you find drums,
Yeah.
which is top left,
Mhm.
and pick a drum kit. Just pick any drum kit.
Okay, I'll play that one. Okay.
We
So
have
play an
sound.
overdub.
Right now, how do I?
Have you got the track armed? That was the only other thing I forgot to
Yeah,
I'm just
Yeah.
you must have that red thing on.
Oh, no, that's sequence. Here we go. Right, track. It's armed.
do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Play
Pick
an
a
overdub.
sound.
Was it note repeat? Did you say?
No, repeat.
And then the harder you press, the groovier it gets.
I'm with
Oh,
you. There you go.
that was awesome.
I did something on the MPCX. Yes! Yes! Other than dust it.
Good work, Inky.
Speak to us
Right.
more, oh great guru.
The
So
chat's
now I
going
want-
wild.
Now I want you to go into this little sequencer here. So if you go into this little thing here, that's your step sequencer.
Yeah.
Right.
And that puts up those like this graph thing, right?
Yeah.
And you can see on your pads where you've, because you can play it via the pads as well. You could put the pads in. So if I want that one to be harder, or
So that's the pressure, or really how hard I hit the pad. But obviously it's the
Yeah.
pressure if you're using note repeat, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, right.
or you can just do that. If I want.
Yep.
Now up the top here, you've got velocity.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to press the big round button in. The big round knob. The big round knob.
There is a big round knob. Hang on.
That's
Says
it.
track. Oh, should I have had velocity selected? Hang on.
No, yeah.
Right,
Don't,
there's a
no,
big
you've
knob.
gone.
Oh, no.
No,
big
you've
knob
gone
doesn't-
too far there.
I think I have to tap velocity and then press it, right?
Yeah. Tap velocity.
My knob doesn't do that.
Is
My knob doesn't press in.
Is Kent's bigger on the MPCX? Does he have a larger knob?
It does press in.
With a chrome end.
Oh,
Oh dear.
what do you mean? Have you pressed it in?
I press. You know where you got the 4 cursor buttons with the button in the centre? I've done that instead.
Oh, right.
'Cause my big knob only turns.
Oh,
Doesn't go in and out.
That's the album title.
Much to their disappointment.
and I want you
My
to.
big knob only turns.
And I want you to go to add
Except
new.
if it burns.
Add new. Right. Okay.
Add
Yeah.
new.
Uh-huh.
Dom.
Yeah, sorry. Can you answer Keith in Watford before I lose the thread? Any reason not to start with the MPC 500 as a cheap start, as I'm sure it will be for me, and also it's the same question from Paul Talbot as well.
To be honest, these are a different kettle of fish. It's like working on XP and a Windows 10 or
Okay.
riding a bike and driving a car.
False
It depends what you
economy
want
then?
it for. If you just want it for samples or using it as a MIDI device or something you can carry around, yeah. But really, these are completely different to an older MPC now.
So if it's the intro to the world of MPC, probably a false economy.
Yeah, I would save up and get an MPC one.
One, yeah. Actually, Cresthead's saying MPC one will probably be cheaper than a second-hand 500 as well.
Yeah, I would say that. And I'd say there's no competition. You're going backwards for. I mean, I know there's a lot of history, but Akai's changed hands since the old MPCs. So it's not even the same company now,
No, completely.
or the same
Okay.
people doing it.
So MPC one would be a great starter.
Yeah.
I mean, they're lovely things. Okay, cool. Right, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to catch questions as they go past. So we've got the velocity. Should we add a new?
Add new.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Can have a track, a program, or a pad.
And I want you to go to the pad.
Okay.
And press your relevant knobs.
Yeah. I've got mixer
And
and
then
parameters.
And I want you to go to parameters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now we've got filter cutoff,
hello.
res.
Yeah.
So we could pick tuning, couldn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. We can fit tuning.
And then there's up the top here you can get presets. Might be different. You might be able to.
Just
No.
tuning's called pitch on here, maybe, or am I looking for a T?
No, it's right at the top. It's the first one, Dom.
Is it really? Oh. Yeah. Okay.
But you can
I
have
found
four. You can have 4 layers of sound on this, so you could do it for each layer, and you could reverse the samples and
Oh right,
on
so
different
my
steps. Or
hi-hatty, shakery sound then is one layer. Is that right? At the
Yes.
moment? And so I could overlay 3 other things and have them at different tunings.
yes,
Madness.
or changing tunings at different times.
Yeah.
I forgot to warp the sample, which means when we alter the tuning, the sample will go shorter and longer.
That's fine. I quite like that. That's fine for this one.
So I want you to go. Can you see this preset button here?
Yeah.
Press that,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
and you've got some nice shapes. So
So if I wanted to go up and down, a nice little triangular waveform.
yeah,
Hey, Kosh Dekai, thanks for joining. And to be honest, I'm getting convinced. And when I hit that hi-hat button and it all went a bit groovy and stuff, I got it. I haven't got it the previous couple of times, but Corrosive Abuse is saying MPC 1, easiest bang for your buck. Speaking as a long-time MPC user, thank you for that.
I'm not
So,
quite sure
having
why.
selected so that, there are no current tunings in there, so do we have to add them and then use the up-down?
Maybe.
So if I do that, for example.
Oh yeah, hold on. If we do,
Yeah, look, you have to add them first,
Yeah.
and then you can do that. So what does that sound like? Oh, cool! It's only done the first bar.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to go and stop that for a second. I'm going to do the second bar while Kent, how are you doing over there? Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine's all over the shop.
That's groovy.
But you could draw it in. You don't have to use these shapes.
Yeah, I was doing that, and it's sort of like, I'm just trying to find out how you get the second bar.
Yeah, how'd you get to I was just going to ask the same thing.
At the bottom of the screen where it says bar, and you've got plus and minus either
Oh,
side.
yeah, that must be it. Yeah, I found it.
It took me a while to find it as well, don't worry.
Hey, Tony Duncan, thanks for joining.
Oh, cool.
So here's my 2-bar extravaganza. cool, actually. Oh, that's interesting. So the pads are letting me add stuff, right? They're actually...
Yeah.
The
yeah.
pads become a velocity sensitivity. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, if you had selected warp, it would be doing a time stretch on those, like let's say an Octatrack does. So
Yes.
it's keeping them at right. I quite like changing speed. Cool, Inky, this is good. This is
Yeah.
really good. Thank
Would you like to try it on a synth sound?
Yes. And Edna Disco Machine saying Kent sounds like a new order truck already.
Yeah. I'll take that.
What else? have
Should we
got
go
going
to
on? Yes.
make another track?
Yes.
Another track for a synth?
Okay. So when you say another track, this would go alongside this hi-hat track. Is that right?
That's part of your first drum track.
Cool.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you could have all those pads. In fact, you can have 8 times those pads on one track.
Right. So for example, if we added a kick drum to this, would we stay on this track?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Unless you wanted
Alright.
it on another
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
you
gotcha.
can
but,
have-
but they can coexist on the same tracks. It's not like you have to open
Yeah.
a new track for every new sound.
Yeah.
No, you can have. My maths is bad, but
Yeah, don't
16 times 8 sounds on a track.
Okay. It's 128, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's 128
No,
tracks, I
it's- it's-
believe.
yeah.
64 or 100. Enough to make
Right.
whatever you want. Yeah.
So just while we're here then, if I did want to add a kick drum rather than go straight to a synth, so I just want to add or a second drum sound, what would I do? Can you just show me how to do that? Because
Yeah, you can go back to your
Yeah.
main page,
Yep.
and you should have. And it depends how you want to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it. You can do it via the pads like that.
Oh, and that's simple as that. I just go into record again, and I'm all of a sudden I'm on the kick drum instead of
Well,
the shaker. That's literally it, is it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All
I'll
right. So
just
if I went
do it via the
play
pads
overdub,
because it's easier.
2, 3, 4. Oh, great timing, Dominic.
You can
This
undo
doesn't
that if
sound
you
like-
want.
Undo. Right. So you
We
did the
love
right.
the undo button.
Isn't
The
it?
Yeah.
So you did it by going into the step,
Oh, it's the step sequencer.
and you had it set on velocity. So you just put
No, no,
in,
it
No?
just automatic. Yeah.
Yeah?
I just did the first one,
so the,
whichever one you want, like that.
ah, right. Okay, and I just have to pick the right pad. Right, that's cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. So if I hit that one, oh, that's still going to be a clap, isn't it? So hang on, let me have to stop this. Go back to the main, select the kick drum, go into the step menu, and put the kick drums there. Nice. Brilliant. So right, back to you, Inky. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
So we'll go to track 2.
Okay, we're going to go to track 2. Right, main menu.
Yep.
Going to go to this
Make-
track. Big knob.
And it'll be
2.
unused. And you're going to select this plug-in, this little tiny plug-in here.
Oh, I've got bass on mine. Am I on the right thing? You looking at?
No, not the piano, the one between the one you were on and the piano
Yeah.
keys.
The little US plug icon.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, gotcha. Hang on, I'm lost. All right, so you went to number 2, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is when I go to number 2, it says bass. Is that all right? It's already loaded with something.
Just press the plug-in icon now.
Okay.
Just press that.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. Right, now you're on hype. Can you see on to your right-hand side?
Yeah.
On the bottom bit, you're on hype. Says it over here to you.
Says it over here. Hype. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not as. Oh yeah, I've got it. Plug in hype. Yeah. That's this bit here.
What are you on, Kent?
It says tube synth.
Right, so if you want to change that,
Mm.
you can go into your menu
Hi, SD.
and-
Hi.
Program Edit, which is
Yeah.
top line right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Glitterhoof. Thanks for joining. Do I need to do that or just Kent?
Just Kent, I think.
Okay.
Right, it shows a little 2BCO synth.
Yeah, hold on. Perhaps try that again. Right. Okay, go back to your main menu, sorry,
Yeah.
and just tap where it says plugin. You see here, right at the bottom,
Yeah.
just tap that
Yeah.
and press that button in between your cursors. That middle button.
All right.
Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah.
This was a tip from.
We've got lots of different things now.
Wow. What should I be on? Hype or?
Yeah, leave that on hype, I would.
Okay.
But you can change your sound. You can change the preset if you want, Dom.
Yeah. So it's not that.
So you go to
Oh no, it does that. So how do I change the preset?
underneath where you pressed hype, there's preset.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can you see to your right? Yeah, that's it. Press your knob in.
Press my knob. Oh, nice. I'm beginning to like this. All right. Sub thump. This is great. All right. So what we really want. Let's have a look.
Just pick anything, because I'm just going to show you a trick with the sequencer.
Oh, okay. Let me just go back. Sorry, didn't realise.
so
you were
bass
waiting
will
on
probably
me.
be.
That'll do. Okay. Can I drop it an octave?
Yeah. See your 4 buttons at the top. You know where you have note repeat?
Yeah.
The 4 lip buttons right at the top where your fingers just go right to the very top 4 buttons.
Yeah, these 4.
Yeah, they are your octave ranges.
Oh, okay.
And then if you shift, you probably need to go, yeah,
Let's
try
see.
that one.
Oh.
You don't need to hit shift, there's 8. So,
Okay. I've dropped into another world. Hang on, let's come back out again. Oh no, it says. Ooh, what have I done?
Dom, can you unplug my MPC from the power, please?
Yes, sorry. I meant to do that before you arrived. I had it on charge beforehand. I do apologise. I've messed up, haven't I? What have I done?
You're on an audio track, so no,
Yeah.
go to the very bottom of your screen.
Yep. Ah, got it.
You want to be on a MIDI track. So
Perfect.
left-hand side, that's it.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, well, we'll stick in that octave. It seems to have gone down to the lowest of the... But that's fine. Cool.
Shall we put an ARP on it just to make it really exciting?
Yes.
So, shift, note, repeat.
Shift, note, repeat. Shift, note, repeat. Yep.
And in the bottom, you'll see ARP.
Yes. I do. Enabled.
And what you can do is you can do that, and then you can.
Oh wow. Oh, I love it. ARP is based on quantize. You can change it. So it's in 16s. Oh, look at that. So if I wanted to record that, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
So I could hit play, overdub.
No, you've got to arm it first. Remember to arm it.
Arm it. Arm it. This one.
Yeah.
Play, overdub. That's very clever.
Here you are. You
Hello.
two tiny dolls.
I'm learning
Sorry.
NPC.
You haven't told her about our
Oh,
secret
she was
relationship.
probably
then?
asleep when I was talking to her. Weren't you?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
just woke her up
Guess it had to come out one day.
Yeah.
because I'm old and I fall asleep.
Yes, I'm having an affair with an NPC ex.
It's my ex.
Yeah.
my ex. Oh my gosh.
Hmm?
Do you want something to eat? Okay. I'll go and do a big shit and bring it.
Okay, thank you.
What? Did I hear that right?
Don't want to know.
Did I hear that?
Oh dear. I don't know. You're so wooed.
Lots of love in the chat for Mrs. Fiona Spong.
Yeah, I want to know why she needs to go downstairs to do it. Why the travelling?
All right. Rocking. Rocking.
Excellent.
So if you record something, is it my turn to record something?
Yeah, please.
Oh. I'll do. Has everyone recorded something now?
Hey Fiona, happy to see you upright. Not sure what's going on. Not sure what's going on there.
Spends a lot of time on her back.
Yes, 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 yes. We got the funk here.
Have you recorded something, Kent?
I will now, he said blindly. Okay.
Cool.
Right. Now we're going to go back to the step sequencer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And we're going to press the velocity again.
Indeed.
And we're going to go to add new. And we're going to go to program. Plugin 1.
Yeah.
And we go to plugin hype. And we've got some things we can alter, like cut off.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Cut off and resonance.
So that's the obvious thing to choose, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I'm
Start
an obvious
drawing.
kind of guy.
Start drawing.
Oh, I can't find it though. Is it at the top?
No, it's
Is it under
halfway
filter?
down.
Filter sustain, filter attack, velocity, envelope. Cut off. Bingos.
There you go.
Oh!
And then if you want to do the res again, you just do all that the same again. And you go, yeah, we'll have a bit of that as well.
Yes. Okay, this is clever stuff.
And I've got on my update probability. And
Oh, what, so you can say
ratcheting.
do this 10% of the time kind of stuff, or do it 1
Yeah.
and 2, and that kind oh my word. Hey, DJ Mechanism, thank you very much for joining us. And also Simon Greatbatch, and also Cornish Waves Music. Hello to you all. Smash the like if you're enjoying Inky's amazing, frankly, because we are teaching us the MPC. We got it. It's like a touchscreen door in a little box. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. This is really cool. Okay, let's see what we can do. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Wow. Prometheus, I'm sorry. Hello, thank you so much for joining. So I was trying to keep my eyes on the NPC as well. I'm so sorry I didn't spot you coming in there. Good to see you.
Now, would you like to alter some effects with the...
Oh, yeah. Let me just finish my banging bass line. Effects? I forgot we haven't even got any effects yet. That's fantastic. Let's see what's going on.
Got all this stuff you can add.
Nearly done, sorry. Okay. Effect time.
Focus, camera. Focus.
Indeed.
It's not focusing. My camera's not. Right. So right at the top here, there's a little eye. Can you see that little eye?
Yes, tiny eye.
That's important. So you press that. And you get this little box.
I can see people owning this forever and not even realising that little eye did anything.
You can go into the tracks and it will have the inserts there. The track mixer.
Right.
This is
right.
just a faster way of
Quick
doing
getting
it.
there.
So press effects in that little box. You want to go back? Press insert.
Oh, I missed
that
your
little
effects.
box.
Hang on. Press which box? Press
That
plug
big
in
square
one.
box. Just that big
That
square
big one.
blank
Oh, okay.
box.
The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then effect.
Then you press your relevant knobs. For us, it's the big round one, Dom. And
Yep.
for Kent, it's the one.
The shiny chrome one.
Yeah, the shiny chrome knob.
Now I might go down to touch effects because it's a bit like a chaos pad.
Okay.
So I could stop.
Man, there's a lot of effects in this list. I'm only up to the Fs.
Yeah.
Phases.
So where's touch?
XY effects. Is that the one you're after?
No, I'm going for touch effects.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is that you, Kent?
That was me.
Nice.
See what else we got here. God, there's so much stuff.
There is a ping pong. Let's try.
Yeah, you can try anything you want. Just put any effect you want.
And once it's done,
You've also got reverb and delay in the Hype Synth itself, so I wouldn't waste your time putting,
okay.
which you can control via the. You can automate it, of course. You can just record it and automate it manually with your cue links, or you can just use the step sequencer, which I find better because you can alter it instantly rather than having to undo the automation.
Wow. This is cool. So nice. Bit
Oh,
of flash.
granulator. Granulator's good. Granulator's brilliant.
Nice.
So you've got to press the little icon here. Can you see that little pencil?
Yeah. Oh, and that's editing the granulator.
Yeah.
See? Wow.
And the mixer at the bottom, you want to be messing with that little slidey thing at the bottom, Dom?
Nice. That's cool. Packs a punch, doesn't it? That's a lot of processing going on there. Right, sorry, let me stop and back to yours. Oh, I'm granulating. Hang on. There you go. I'm granulating.
Totally good.
Man. Oh. Oh, such a granulate.
So have you all got an effect you would like to affect?
I'm gonna switch it to something less granular. I'm going to use. I quite like the flange. Okay, I'm going to use the flange, Ange. Yeah, that's nice. Nice stereo flangey.
Go back to your menu.
Back to the menu.
Or main, sorry. Back to your step editor.
Back to the step editor. Don't tell me we can automate the flange.
Right. Add new.
What is this going on?
Someone's calling somebody.
Oh, CS8 is broken.
Hello, darling.
All right, Rob.
Kent Spong, can you tell me what's wrong?
Hang on a sec, mate.
It was add new. Yeah. Program plugin. Insert
add
one
new.
flanger.
Uh,
Look at that.
inset,
Now
yeah.
Yeah, now I can adjust the amount of flange. Wow, dry wet.
So I can just.
Oh, that is superb. That is superb. I hope this is of use to the chat, because I was yeah, I mean this I'm learning loads. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. So we go back to the main. Go back home, is it? How do I drop out of the eye view?
Yeah, you just.
Back to the track.
Just
view.
hide. It says it up the top left here. Hide.
Hide. Oh, yeah,
Hide.
tiny hide. Tiny hide, tiny hide.
So let's see what mine sounds like.
Wow!
She's showing us up.
She is.
Hold on, I don't like that.
That was Robbie. He's got the DX1 going.
Has he? Fantastic.
Yeah, just played it to me.
Oh, nice. What was it? Power supply?
Oh, amongst many things, yeah. But the power supply did go again in it. But it's sorted.
Wowzers.
Not
Who's the owner? I presume the owner is going to be quite pleased.
Oh, it's been in my toilet for 14 years. So
just needed a good dry out then.
a very dry. It's got a lot of famous piss splashes all over it. But.
That's my story. I had a wee next to Sting once. That's my claim to fame. And I didn't look. I really wanted to.
Yeah, you missed out the detail about you were on a bus when you did it. In a rolled up newspaper. Yeah.
We were both shouting at the bins. It was bad times. Rough times all round.
Yeah.
We've got it back though.
Oh, I've got my touch effect on phaser.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, and you can have it on granulator as well. Oh, manual flanger. That's quite good one.
Manual flanger.
There you go.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. I mean, and this is just the beginning. This is literally step sequence with a few sounds and one effect going on, and
Yeah.
some adjustments of it. I mean, we're hardly touching the sides. Sides, amazing.
Yeah, we're not even making
that's-
anything, but we're making something.
Exactly. We've definitely made something. I'm going to put a kick drum under this to see if I can work it out. So you'd go to number 1. No.
Track one.
Track one. So would I change? Where would I change it? This one here. How would I change?
Go
to track
backwards.
1?
Yeah, just go big dial
There.
and left.
Oh, wow. Select that. Then I might as well play it manually. No, I'll do it with the step. So I go to the step sequencer. I put a kick drum there. And there. And then in the next bar, I go there. And there. And there. And if I want I want a snare in the step sequencer, I would go. There you go. Only want one. I'll just use that, and I can turn the filter down on it. So I get that one. I go into the step sequence. I'm getting the hang of this. That one, then that one, and that one.
Do you want me to show you something really cool in step sequencer about your
You
drum?
mean there's something even cooler than being able to do this?
Hold on,
Please.
I'll just check it. I'm just checking it there, which is my favourite thing to do.
Good point. Chris says, don't forget to show how to save your project and where. That's a very good point.
Well, these are idiot proof because when you turn it off, it goes, "Would you like to save your project?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to. I'm just checking. Hold on. Yes, it's here. Right. So I want you to get your kick drum.
Get my kick drum. Oh, it says my MPC will shut down soon if not plugged in.
Oh, we'll plug it in then.
Yeah. God, that would be the thing about saving it, right? Imagine if I lost that.
It does. No, it's very good. It always saves it. It always tells you. It's one of the things that puts me off the Roland MC 707 is if if you just shut it off, it doesn't automatically tell you to save.
Right.
So I can imagine I'd go through a lot of times where I just lose everything.
Yeah.
So I want you to go where your
Right.
velocity is.
Yep.
Press your big buttons.
Knobs.
Add new. Pad 1.
Oh, I'm on pad 2.
Parameters.
Doesn't matter though, does it?
Yeah, it does if... Well, what
It
did
depends
you
what
use?
is on
Did
pad
you use...
2. Hang on. Hold on. Go back to main. So I'm on... Go to the kick drum. That's what you said, wasn't it? I think
Yeah.
I missed that. I missed that. So go to velocity. Go to add new. Pad 1. Parameters. Gotcha.
And remember, you can do this for any sound, any sampled sound.
Right.
I want you to go right to the very bottom. Right.
Total random amount. I like that.
Right. It's not right at the very bottom, but you'll get to layer 1 slice, layer 2 slice, layer 3 slice. And then you get layer 1 reverse.
Oh yeah, look. Layer 1 slice. Layer 1 offset. Reverse. Is the reverse the one you want? Layer 1 reverse.
Yeah. So
Okay.
when you draw in, it's going to reverse that sample.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yes.
So every third kick, I'm going to reverse my sample. What?
That's mad. That's mad.
It's my favourite little trick that I like doing.
Synthetics saying one advantage of the Force is you can add a large SSD in the bottom panel. Not sure if MPC Live can do that in terms of space saving.
Yeah, you can. You can. You can't in the MPC one, but you can do it in
In the Live,
the
as a thumb
Lives.
drive in the back.
Yeah, I've got an SD card in this one.
Mm.
But in my Force, I couldn't get the screws off the back of it. So
right.
that's just got a card in it, and that can stream off the card at the moment, and I haven't had any problem with just a card in it.
Oh, brilliant! If it's fast enough card, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
In MPC One, Cresshead has a 256 gig SD card. Wow. And Wagyu's got 250. There's a lot of people with MPCs here that I didn't realise, honestly. I didn't realise Wagyu had one.
To be honest, the only real difference I found between the Force and the MPC is the Force is better for doing longer sets in hardware because it's easier to change the sequence and it's easier to build a longer set. It's just better laid out. It's laid out like a push to. But there's really nothing in the software. There's other things like the MPC is everything's on top, where the Force everything's a bit more hidden, which gets on my nerves. So they've got pros and cons to both of them, but they really are pretty much the same. And I know they will be getting more and more similar in the future.
Yeah, Paul, I told her. I didn't realise. I don't know why I didn't realise Wagyu has an MPC. Maybe I did know.
We should just assume Wagyu's got everything.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think it is true. Hey, Professor Dr.
Ricketts.
Ricketts, thank you so much for joining. We are MPC, and I'll tell you what, we are rocking. From scratch with no knowledge of the MPC. Check out Kent's Groove.
What, the one that sounds like somebody falling over in a music shop?
No, that's groovy. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously.
Oh, now the master.
Mistress. Wow. Wow.
So what would you like to do next?
Well, I was just thinking. I can see now how to build up a whole beat with some bass, with some stuff. If you're jamming like you do, and you've just got like say a 4-bar pattern, when you're kind of vibing with it, is that what you're doing? You're changing the step sequence levels of various effects and stuff to make things change. Is that how, or are you switching between patterns and stuff generally? How do you do it? Does that make sense?
It depends what I'm doing. If I was just messing about, I'd probably live record stuff and then mess around in the sound, in the like synths rather than the step sequencer.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then afterwards, I'd probably go into the step sequencer, and then I'd use mutes and stuff. But generally, I just mess around until I've got something I like.
Brilliant. Crescent is requesting mixer levels. Culture of Ghost says the submarine is the best part, but I'm not sure if that's relative to the MPC or if that's an effect or something, or it's just Culture of Ghost talking to someone else about a film. Cornish Waves reckons you're Richard Devine, so I mean, it's you know.
Is it possible to play the MPC sort of like live from a external controller, like a keyboard or something like that?
Yeah, just plug one in, Kent.
Really? This is mental.
And also, if you don't update, you can get a controller. Like I've got a Novation XL, and I can map any knob or button to do exactly what we're doing now. Oh, I've just knocked the camera.
Don't worry.
So,
Oh, cool.
so I could instantly reverse a sample just by pressing. So that's how I really jam on it, or I used to jam on it. I used to do lots of tracks and then map loads of things to do weird things like, well, cut off and, you know, the normal stuff. But then I'd have a button where I'd reverse the kick drum.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so you're just doing that on the fly. That's neat. Very neat.
And you can, obviously you can control all the track levels as well. So with something like an Ovation XL, you've got pretty much a mixing desk, whatever you want it to be, because you've got 16 pages of eight sliders, 16 knobs, 24 knobs, 16 pads times 16. Sorry, so that's
Right.
as much,
Yeah.
as much as you want, you could do. You don't ever have to.
Wow. The questions have lined up a little bit. Native ES is saying he's been tempted with an MPC one for a while. Every time he's asked whether one can mount it as a network drive to drag and drop samples across from one of my computers, I get looked at as if I'm mad. I'd just suggest you use a thumb drive. I'm not sure if you can mount it via USB. Does it show up as a drive?
It didn't used to. I believe it does now.
Yeah, just.
But to be honest, I really would just put it on a hard drive.
Yeah,
and plug
hard
it
drive
in.
or USB stick or whatever. It's groovy. Professor Dick DeWeet loves you because he said he was struggling with MPC, and Inky was the only one who was able to explain the basics to me, and I was up and running in no time. Thank you. Oh, sorry. That was just meant to be claps, to be honest. Sorry about that. My finger slipped.
There's nothing like a bit of clown horn.
Yes, thank you, Professor Dick DeWeet. And genuinely, Cresshead wants to know about mixer levels and preferably muting the tracks or muting pads in a drum kit.
Chris said
Also-
he's just suggesting stuff because he knows more than I do. So he's here to wind me up, yeah.
Before I miss it as well, Koshtikai, hello to you, sir. By the way, which MPC allows USB hosting USB audio devices?
All of them.
Perfect. There you go, Kosh. There is your answer.
I'm not sure the Force does yet. I can't remember. But yeah, all the NPCs do.
I mean, the mixer page would be useful to look at because presumably I can mix between my drums and my pulsy bass.
Yeah, and you can automate it as well.
Oh,
So go into your menu and you go to your channel mixer, which is just below the browser. So it's right hand side, second down.
Channel mixer is over here.
Yeah.
Oh, right, and you can select a thing and it jumps to that track. Compressor master. Oh, right, these are on the master bus as well. Okay. So I've got plug in one flanger. Let's just play and see what happens. All right, so I've got my pulsy bass line. And I could turn down the flanger.
You're not turning down the flanger, you're turning down that.
Sorry, excuse me. I wasn't quite sure what I was turning down there.
These are the levels of the tracks.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you go back to, if you turn your dial, your big fat dial, turn it 2 to the left. So 1, 2.
Yeah. Is that it?
Turn
It's
it to the left.
It's on mute. I have. It's not going any
Oh no,
further.
it should be it should be at the top.
Should be on level,
Press it.
right? Oh, on the.
On here at the top.
Sorry, so show me that again. I missed you on screen. Yeah. Oh, up here.
Yeah, press that.
Yeah.
Which is where you would be by default if you hadn't. Right.
Okay.
If you go back and you turn.
You see where I am?
Go to MIDI tracks.
Oh, that looks better.
And then you should just have. You just your 2 tracks that you've actually made.
Yeah. Yeah, drums, bass. It looks like I've got a stab and some SFX as well, but those are just stuff I haven't recorded on yet, so that's cool. Okay.
That's a good way of. So if you set your levels in the programs, but you just want things to temporarily be taken out and come back in,
right?
Then it's a good way to use the MIDI tracks, so your top level is always the same. Yeah.
Yes, I get you. Okay, so yeah, so it's just a tweaky bit, really. Okay, cool. Synth says there is a computer mode to mount the drive for copying. Very simple. Should be on all MPC stuff now, and it is on the Force. I think that's a USB mount type thing, which is cool.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I says, whoa. Just catch up very quickly. Simon, great batch. I just bought a Launchpad Mini, so I'm hoping I can do some interesting stuff with that and my MPC. Sounds like you can, to be honest, because those Launchpads just, you can configure them to do note-ons and note-offs, so you could do all the muting, everything.
Just a word of warning, if you update to the latest update, the MIDI mapping function is not working at the moment.
Okay.
But I have sent an email to the boss.
Cool.
And he should be fixing it.
Synthetic says load it full of flatulent sounds. Kosh and a bunch of techies, including Native VS, are trying to break into the processor so they can SSH into it and start working out how it all works. Port mapping and all that, so we'll leave them alone to do that. Native VS, I'm assuming, blah, 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 blah. Edna's disco machine is off. Thank you very much. It's Linux under the hood. Right, we've caught up. So Kent's go.
Well,
Kent's go to ask whatever he wants from our wonderful Inky.
I'm still processing everything that I've learnt tonight.
And also, Inky, it's been an hour and a half. We don't need, if you have stuff to do, it's feel free if you want to jump out. It's been amazing. I can't believe that we've got that far.
We could go for half an hour longer because we don't want to bore our audience to death.
Okay, well, having
Would you
got
like
this,
to mute some pads?
yes,
Should we
that's,
mute some
yes,
pad?
yes,
okay.
mute the pads.
Let's go to the menu, and you've got next to your channel mixer, you've got pad mixer.
Pad mixer. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you should be on your drums, if you're all on your drums.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
And
Okay.
you've got level, pan, mute. You could also put effects on each drums. Each drum kit has each pad has effects. So if you go to, if I show you the insert, you see that little insert?
Yeah. Show me that again. Yep.
Yeah.
Insert. Okay, so that's got reverb medium on it.
Oh, if you want to look in a better view, so I'll show you a better view. Go to menu,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Program edit again, middle at the top. Top, middle.
Oh, look at that.
And then
Okay.
if you go to the very end, you've got effects.
Ah. You can stack the effects up as well, can't you? Does it run out of oomph if you do too much stuff?
If you've got lots of effects on lots and lots of things, it does. But with your samples, you can then flatten the pad, which
Yeah,
takes
just resample it, right?
everything
Yeah.
you've got on that, and just
Oh.
makes it all. You could also, where it says samples, if you hit that a couple of times.
Hold on, let's go close that. Where it says samples.
Hit it a second time and a third time. So you can do offsets and stuff.
He's getting carried away. Yeah?
It's great though, because I feel like I'd sit down and just get a groove going. That note repeat thing, I remember seeing that on the MPC 60. Someone putting a hi hat in and just thinking, "This is the future. This is amazing." You just hold it.
And
down
the undo button is
Yes.
that, and the undo is just.
Yeah.
And if you play something you like, say on keys, Kent, and you think, "Oh, I forgot to record that," if you press Shift and undo, it'll just magically appear what you've just played.
Well, retrospective, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
These are all updates we've had. I mean, this is nothing like when I bought it. It didn't even have an ARP in it. And it had about 3 terrible, terrible effects. So this has all been for free. That's why I really believe in them.
It's what it should have been when they released it, but at least they got there in the end. And probably
but
more
when-
than what it should have been when it was released. They've actually surpassed that point, right?
When they released it, you've got to look at what it was up against. It was up against the Therese, the Pioneer SP16.
Yeah.
So it's quite a long time ago. So there was nothing really around at the time. And when you look at the things it was competing against, even at that point, it was better than them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the latest updates, or the big one that came out, it was outstanding. Hey, Robert Fatdust, thank you very much for joining us. Hang on, Crest Adamski rather is saying sounded like an intro to a Paul Young. Play your tune again, Kent.
What, this?
Yeah. Come back and stay for good this time.
Yeah, a little bit, didn't it?
There is also a sound effects which you can use project wide. Okay, so project. This is a bit I do get a bit muddled up on still. Tracks, projects, patterns.
So you can use send and returns.
Yep.
So you can send different tracks to different send and returns, and that's another way to cut out effects. Or you can have effects on the master going out.
Ah, okay. So we're talking like mastering effects on the stereo bus effectively at the end of everything. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Which is yeah.
Would you like to do some pad muting before we go?
Yes, please.
So, go into your menu page. Oh, your menu page, sorry.
Pad
just below
mixer.
the pad mixer.
Is it pad mixer we want?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then you can go along to mute.
Go along to mute.
Yes.
And when you press play, and if I wanted to automate that, you see this little green button up here?
Yes.
If I press that, I think this works. I don't know if I have to press record. But the trouble is, once you've done this, it's a bit of a pain to undo it. So
Okay. We can
it's-
just know that that's possible. That's fine.
you can do it, but if you've got lots of automation on a track, yeah, it's just... It's the next stage. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Were you muting those by pressing the pads or both?
No,
or the...
No, for some reason it didn't work.
Okay, let
by
me just try it.
pressing
Hang
that.
on. Okay.
It wants me to press the thing.
So you're building and building and building up to the massive drop. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed that one. Amazing. This is so cool. Robert Fatdos is obviously very keen to tell us all. I obviously fixed the bot that says don't spam caps, which is great. I got an Analog Solutions fuse box. Oh, nice one. Whoa. Congratulations, sir. That sounds epic. I don't know about the submarine comment earlier. Thomas Dolby had the best submarine sample. All right, Chris said, sorry, this is the one I meant to find. No, send effects can be in tracks, not just on the output LR. They exist also as mastering effects. MPC is deep, huge. Oh, fantastic. So pretty much everywhere. This
Well,
is
I
so
did
cool.
suggest that he could come on because he probably knows more about the MPC
No, I don't
than
think so.
do.
You're the queen of the MPC. No one knows
I
more
don't-
than you.
No, I don't know. Here's an interesting
Sorry,
fact.
Rob, you don't look like a twat. I didn't mean to make you look like a twat. You don't. It's probably a language thing. I was going, yeah, this is fantastic. I'll give you a huge round of applause. Super happy for you. It's fantastic. I know. I wish I had one. Big love in the chat for Rob Fat Does. You don't look like a twat at all, you idiot. You're going to do some mutes, Kent. I think we should hear the remix of "Stay for Good" this time.
Oh, right, okay, right.
Yes. Oh.
Madness. Total
Now I'm
madness.
going to
Sorry. Oh, the fade's not working on any of my fades anymore. Look.
It was a bit harsh.
Oh dear.
Kent Spong, 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 Kent Spong.
Good evening, Tonal Axis. Thank you so much for joining. It does appear to be a bit of a wiggly day today with a long stream. It's going to be. Are you going to do a stream in a minute, Kent?
Quite possibly.
Going to stay on
Quite
and
possibly.
do something groovy?
Yes, we'll probably find something mundane to do.
That'll be good. That'll be good. I will jump in as well.
Point and upset people. Yeah, the Liz Truss special.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
yeah.
I think we should definitely keep going with the don't truss it up. I think there needs to be the new Pete Tong. Everything's on Pete Tong. Just don't truss it up. Whatever you do, if we can get that trending, then we're cool.
Yes.
Whatever you do, just don't truss it up.
Yes. Let us do that. Oh, fun.
Right, I'm going to show you one last trick
Oh
that
yes.
Here we go.
before I go that I didn't know which kind of changed my life.
Okay, just say, hey, family, it's okay for interrupting. You're very welcome to call. And congratulations on fixing the DX. That's just brilliant news. Absolutely brilliant news.
Excellent.
Yes, go for it. Go for it. We'll zoom in on Lisa. Here we go. The life-changing NPC moment.
Yeah.
So at the bottom, it doesn't matter whether you're in the menu or the main thing, there's an XY pad, which is like an old Chaos pad.
Yeah.
So press that.
All right.
Off the main,
And then-
off the main menu. Hang on, I need to.
Then you've got to set it up into something.
Okay.
Focus, camera, focus.
So
Set
wait a
up.
second. X, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then insert an effect. So whatever one you want, you can use setup to change them. Just set up on
Set
your...
up. Yeah, beat repeat. I like that.
Yeah, right. Well, it used to annoy me that if I wanted to do some mutes and stuff, then I couldn't be doing an XY effect at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But somebody cleverly found out that if you keep your finger on the screen and you go into your menu, you still operate the X and Y.
Oh, now that is clever.
So I'll try and demonstrate it. Watch
Yeah,
me.
yeah, no,
watch
that's
me.
clever.
Watch me. This not work now, right? So I'll play this.
Hey.
That is very clever.
Ain't that clever?
Wow.
Whoa.
And that function remains as long as you keep your finger on the screen.
Yep.
And it's the second touch that does the mute. Oh, my gosh. So I keep
Right,
that
now go
going.
into your menu.
Go into the track mutes. Oh, look at that.
If it's not going to work on beat repeat if you mute it because you're repeating it. So if you go to something like a filter,
No, it's working there. I mean, it's the principle is there. Wow. Now I need to get back. Oh, I need to go to that. Right. Oh, I feel
Try
like
it with something else.
now. Try it with something else. Hang on, you try it, Kent. Whoa!
Hey.
That was awesome!
Ooh.
That was brilliant!
The thing is, it's now become quite apparent that I can sell everything and just keep the NPC. Don't need anything else in here.
It is kind of, once they get that MIDI mapping sorted out, it is kind of the one box I'd just go, right, I'm going to do a gig for an hour and I'll just take the MPD in
Wow.
and this Novation XL here.
Outstanding.
I wouldn't bother taking anything else.
You just have to get your head around it. I was lost. And also, we've tried this on Twitch a couple of times. I kind of got my head around it, but I've got it. This is really good. Really, really good. And Cresshead says, since I don't use step mode much, I learnt something tonight too. I told you knew more than he did. And also, he then says, nice find about your touchscreen into menu madness.
That's not
So there
my
you go.
find. That's somebody else's find.
I think you can claim that.
I was like, yeah. Because that's a game changer. Because I was like, well, if I'm playing this, I want to mute something. So, I mean, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
really
totally,
good.
That
Really
totally
good.
changes what you can do with it, rather than, oh, well, I was having a good time and now I've got to stop and I'm going Just change
Also
this.
makes the point the pad should be able to do the mute while on X. Did the pads used to mute? Something's
Yes.
gone a bit weird there.
Yeah, something has gone a bit weird. Oh, hold on, because we're looking. I think we're looking over the obvious. Hold on. No, I'm not. Yeah, it is a bit odd, that is.
Might be new firmware or something. Wagyu's saying it's
It
a lot
could
more
be.
fun after today's lesson as well. Thank you, Inky from Rob. That's brilliant. Paul Artola is saying I see Kent and Fiona showing up at an EMOM with an MPC and a CS80. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Flip a coin to see who carries it. Who
Yeah.
carries which. Question from Wagyu: is there any way to record XY pad movement into the sequencer that you're aware of?
Yes.
Cool.
You can either do it on the outputs with the automation. So at the top, you've got your automation button.
Let me
And
just
you
hide
can-
that for a second. There you go.
I'm not sure if it records on the outputs. I think there's something about the outputs that if you MIDI map stuff to it, it never sticks. And also, I'm sure if you automate it, I'm not sure it sticks. But if you press there, you can go to tracks, you can go to submixes, or you can go to program. So I'd be in this program. So I'd be on, which is your track. So hold on, I don't want to be in that program. I want to be in that program. On the insert, set it up, and then you just press automate. So I'll try and do that. But it will,
Oh yeah, that's playing back.
and it'll change with the effect you do. So it's not
Oh,
printed
right,
to the
nice.
effect; it's just printed to the.
Yeah. So you could add that movement. Yeah. Nice. That's brilliant.
Oh, I quite like that one. I'm keeping that one.
That's great. There's your answer. That's fantastic. Fantastic. So that's Wagyu's question. Nice beat. Hey, John Alchemy, thanks for joining. Lovely to see you. We're towards the end of the stream, but really good. Thanks for coming along. Half Biscuit has a question. Can you plug a MIDI mix into MPC to use sliders and mutes? Yes, the answer to that is, isn't it? Basically, because you can plug stuff in and map. Except in the new version, right?
Yeah.
MIDI
So
mapping
what's
is
happened
broke.
is the new update has broke that, but I've messaged a man who can, and yeah, I've told him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't sort it out, I'm going to buy a Roland MC 707.
Me and Kent's versions of the software are one behind the current version because we didn't update just before the show because we thought it might break something or take a bit too long.
It's
So
the only
consequently,
reason I wanted to borrow that one back is because I can't be
You
bothered.
can't back grade. Oh no.
Well, I can't find where I've put it, and I couldn't find it on the thing, and yeah.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, I should get it.
But
back
he'll
to you.
fix
I feel
it.
bad
I've
now.
got faith in him. He's Dan the man, isn't he?
Dan from Akai does all the software programming as well, does he?
Dan Gill's in charge of this, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Wow. What else is happening? Kent should host the EMOMs. There you go. Test all the gear. You can pay
could take
Kent to
Andy
play
with
at
him.
EMOM.
Find different things to break.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll just do one last thing for Andy, because if we do it right at the end, I can show him.
There's one more from Cresshead. Cover saving before we end the show. Saving.
We'll save it. We'll save it. Well done.
Make sure we get that saving in, please.
So, just for Andrew, we're going to insert another plugin,
Okay.
because Andrew doesn't know how to do this. So we're going to go to track 3.
So we're talking Andy Books here, because I don't think he's here because he's headed off to EMOM, but hopefully he's watching this on repeat. So hello to you, Andy. So say that one more time. What do we do?
We're going to change the track to number 3.
Yeah.
And then we've got to change our plugin. So there's a little where it says plugin number 1, or yours says whatever
Yep.
yours. There's a little plus button above it. Can you see that little tiny, just below the track number 3?
I'm a
see?
bit lost. 'cause
Adds a
mine
new
already-
slot.
Yeah. So where you've got track 3, Dom,
Yeah.
where the number 3 is, directly below
Oh.
there's a tiny plus button.
Yeah, here.
That's it. Press that,
Yeah.
Huh?
and you're on plugin number 2.
Nice. So we've
Otherwise
added a
you-
second plugin. Hey, brilliant. And look at that. When you go into program it, you can select plugin number 2 or plugin number 1. Nice.
So I could have an Odyssey now on that. Oh, I can't resist it. I'm going to record something.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
And that's horrible.
Undo, though. Undo is your friend.
Yeah. Did it-
Gosh, Nico says
I
you've
didn't
invented
even-
a whole new genre.
I didn't even record it. There you go.
You knew in advance. Okay, half God, half biscuit with the big questions. On the fence between Force, MPC1 or 707.
Oh, well, I can't comment on the 707 because I know it's got really good sounds, but it's a bit more. You're going to be a little. Voice steals. But
Okay.
I really want a 707, so I can't really comment. I would say if you've got the money and the time to use it, probably the Force. But everything this does, the Force will do, except sometimes it's a bit more fiddly. So on here, if I want to change this track length, it's on the main page. I can see that the track is the length of the sequence, and I can just hit that and alter it. Whereas in the Force, you have to go through a couple of steps. So
Gotcha. So it might be a bit more immediate. More expensive, though, as well, isn't it? So
yeah, but then it can do a little bit more, and the crossfader's pretty nifty. So it's got a crossfader
that's
that
kinda
can
cool.
do like the octave track stuff. Do everything the octave track.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did think about selling these two for another Force. I don't know.
I'll just
I'd
quickly,
really
Paul
look
LeBlanc,
into
thanks
it.
ever so much for joining us. And he has a MPC in his shopping cart now. Hopefully you're still just catching us before you disappear. Thanks ever so much for,
I'm sorry,
for
Paul.
joining. And Paul, yeah, what can we say? Phenomenal. Have a lovely
Inky
evening.
the influencer.
She is.
Shall we save our wonderful project then?
Yes, Chris is
Indeed.
just saying MPC is my choice if it's one of them. Well, MPC Force or
I
Can't
don't
go
know,
saying
Chris said.
707 is nice. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's
The
difficult.
only problem with the 707 is I can't see it having as many updates. It wins in sound. It wins on hands-on versatility. Where it doesn't win is it note steals. So you can only have 8 tracks. And if you start doing 3 of them with chords, it's going to start stealing notes.
Do you know how many how much polyphony it's got?
What they tell you is
the 8.
not what it's got. That's
Oh,
all I'm
okay.
saying.
Yeah.
Whereas
yeah.
this, you're not limited to that. You've got 8 synth tracks, but you can have, like, I don't know, 20 sample tracks. And you can make each sample into its own track, like a keyboard.
Gotcha.
You just press
Gotcha.
the thing, and
Gotcha.
in the latest firmware, you just press it and it goes into, spreads it across the keyboard, and you just play it.
Sorry. carry on.
I do fancy. I really want the only thing I've got lust for is an MC707. So I'm not the best person to ask. As someone who's got both.
Fat Dust says the 707 seems to. Have you got the 707? I can't remember. And you've got the MP. Fat Dust used to have a Deluge. You sold it for an MPC. I obviously tried on 707, not sure how much, but saying it sounds quite sterile. Orksum saying the Force is a bit more like Ableton Session View, isn't it? That's my understanding.
Yes. Yeah, it is. But that's useful if you're doing like an hour set on hardware, because you can see exactly where you are and what you're doing.
Gotcha. Yes, yes. Paul Artola, what power does it need? Can it run off a power bank? No, the Live is a plug-in, right? Oh no, it has internal batteries that get charged up.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, you can run them off power banks. I've seen people do it on the Force.
Wagyu is saying that the 707 will be 256 partials like the Zencore stuff, which doesn't mean 256 voices because partials get combined. Fat Dust has got MC 101. Okay, cool. But he's pretty good at knowing, having tried this stuff.
It's got a lot of the old
says he has a
golden
707
sound.
and he had the MPC Live 2. Mr. Dictabeat, well, I guess you've voted with the 707, right? Be interesting to know what you thought of. Chris Head's not run out of oomph. That's a new word, oomph, in MPC1, my songs, which can be 32 tracks up to 30 sequences. Okay. Here's a big question, Inky. What about Electron?
No, I've got a Digitone, and it's one of those things. If I was going on a very long holiday abroad, I'd take it because I still wouldn't know how to work it by the time I came back.
I feel that every time I switch on my Octatrack, it's like, okay, I'll just forget the manual. It's really good. Oh, hang on.
I bought it because it's really clever. I mean, it's really clever at MIDI and what it can do, but it's one of those things, if you don't keep up at it, you forget, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it's so much...
There's a
and
depth.
also, it's a weird thing that every time I try and live record, it stops because I'm getting the wrong button combo. It's just not the one that you think it is. It's the opposite way round, stuff like that. And yet, I've got friends who love it. So it's really how your brain works. It's the difference between modular and not modular, or soft synths and hardware, isn't it?
True.
But for me,
This
no,
is,
I'll stick with the MPC.
very fair comment from Professor Dixby. I got rid of the MPC Live 2 too soon. I do like the 707, but I do miss the MPC. They both have their own charm. So, horses for courses.
And I agree.
It's a
I'm
difficult
really
choice.
lusting. Wagyu knows I am lusting after. And I keep trying to get him to send me his to borrow it, but he's not falling for it. Because he won't get it back.
Oh, you said that live. Can we save then, please?
Yes, okay. Saving. We're going into the menu.
It is Tinus.
Going to the menu.
Oh. Get off my fork.
Oh, are you on the phone?
Yeah, good sec.
Okay, no worries. That's a funky phone.
It's like a very old school mobile, isn't it?
Yeah. The Action Man ones.
But it is a very
look
old
at the
school.
Look at the papa. Hello. Wagyu said we all remember the stream where Gaz struggled to use the Octatrack despite being a huge lover of the Octatrack, but he hadn't used it for a while.
I mean, the Digitact and the Digitone are easier because the sounds are saved with the pattern.
Right.
But in the Octatrack, they're not even saved with the
No, they're
pattern.
separate, aren't they? Once you get your head around that, it's quite clever, but it makes the whole thing so complex. So complex. But I can't think of a better way of doing it, because it does so many complex things. I can't think of it. They've done a reasonably good job at it, but yeah, it takes a degree. Right, we're back on, I think. So, hitting the save. We've gone into the main menu.
It's different for me than it is for you because after the update they changed it. But your cog, you're next to your cog, you've got like a little floppy disk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, I've got save. It says save. So,
Okay.
and you save the project as because you want to name it.
Save.
And then you want to don't put it on the internal one. You put it on your hard drives. Have you
There's
got
no
a hard
save
drive?
as option though. So.
No, you're in Save As now.
Oh, okay. I just said save. Sorry.
Oh, no. Oh, you must have already saved this then. Right,
Only
go
by
to
accident.
go to the top again.
Yeah.
Very top bar.
Mm-hmm.
No. What? I didn't see you do that. Go.
Hang on. All right. Watch. So I'm going to go up and hit the floppy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in internal MPC documents projects.
You've already saved this or something. I don't understand. Did you get a Save As?
Oh wait, because it did have some instruments set up. So maybe this has been me fiddling around on something that I already fiddled with and saved somehow. So that would make sense.
Right, then I want you to go to the one that's numbered, because you seem to have got it on your left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
You've got
those
internal.
numbers. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you
I've got
don't
internal.
really want to be. You don't want to be saving stuff onto the internal unless it's super important,
Okay.
like your latest set that you don't want to lose.
Are you saying my track isn't important? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's beautiful.
But it's only worthy of saving on the external. So
and
so would I do the?
I'm not hoping
Sorry,
it crashes.
I'm winding you up. Go and save it. So do I tap the one with numbers on? This
Yeah,
one here.
so I've tapped
Yeah.
Untitled because mine's just
All right. Yeah.
And then you can file name. So I'm going to name mine Dom's Wonderful Track.
Yeah. I'll do the same. I'm just going to call it Dom Track 001 because it's the first one of the album. And then I do it.
Yeah, do
Do
it.
it.
Yeah.
And then you press save.
And you press save. Oh, there it goes. Progress.
Yep.
Now, once you've done that, or even if you don't do that,
Uh-huh.
and you don't even name it,
Mm.
when you turn these things off, they will ask you if you want them to save.
Brilliant.
So that you
Brilliant.
never lose anything, which I think is so good. Yeah, so
Yeah.
good.
Nice touch. Nice touch. Cresshead is saying you can plug in a USB keyboard, QWERTY keyboard, to type the name if you want to. That's
Yeah,
neat.
you can.
Wow. Professor Dick Debate saying, have you covered making templates? No, not yet, but we will do. We will do. Will Joseph, how do you compare your first experience with the MPC versus when you tried the Deluge for some? I think the Deluge was more immediate, but then when I wanted to do something slightly in depth, the MPC was much easier. I think that's the thing. I was very quick to switch it on and put fours, kick, and a hi-hat, and actually pretty similar to this on the MPC, but going in a bit further to try and add some effects is much easier on the MPC because of the screen. I think that's the way to look at it. You can actually see more when you're doing, whereas with the Deluge, you have to learn some key combinations. It's probably going to get better as it goes on. They're both amazing. Honestly, they are both amazing. It's difficult. I need to try the Deluge with the latest firmware updates, but they're both very capable things, and different ways of thinking about them as well. But interesting question. Hey, BG Ollie, thank you for joining. Yeah, plugging the keyboard is ace.
So have you enjoyed it? You've both enjoyed
We have. I think you've got a sample rate weird thing going on because your voice has gone a little bit crackly, but we can understand. You're sounding a bit like a Dalek. Yeah, I have. It's been amazing. Thank you, Inky. It's been absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I've learned so much. And I know people in the chat have been like, whoa, I really want one of these now. This is really sweet. So amazing. It looks like you've sold one already. So, yeah, fantastic. Thank you. Would love to do that
It looks
again.
like the X just allows you to do less menu diving. There's more controls available straight off.
However, they knew that before they brought out the Drive 2, which has extra buttons. I don't know if this works for you, but we have shortcuts, so we can go. If we go to the and we hold down the menu, and we hit a pad, we go straight to that. You see that?
Yeah, your audio's gone really crunchy, I'm afraid, so it's quite hard to make it out. You can flip out and click and just rejoin if you want. That just refresh. I think you'll come back in again. It'll probably fix it. That happens to me sometimes. It's usually a sample rate mismatch. I agree, Wagyu. Yeah, great teacher. Get high, baby. Never come down. Freeze frame. Come back, Inky.
I got a question.
Go.
Why do you keep calling half god, half beast, half biscuit?
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Have I called him half man, half biscuit?
About 2 or 3 times you call him half god, half biscuit. Which is kind of better.
It is.
In a way.
Oh, he's never mentioned it. Oh, yeah. Why does that look like biscuit to me? Half god, half beast. Oh, I am so sorry. It's just been sick. Imagine someone calling me Mr. Wonky or something through the stream. And like, oh, I'm so sorry, half god, half beast. Why does that look like biscuit? That's weird. I'm so sorry.
That's quite good in its own way.
Dear. Paul, I think Paul Artola's asking, is it intuitive to all of you? Yeah, I think it is now. We tried, we had an NPC thing on Twitch a long time ago, and it was less intuitive, but the difference is I was kind of saying, right, now I want to do this. How do you do that? And it was quite difficult because it was a different workflow to the way Inky uses. Whereas with Inky saying, right, now I'm going to show you how to do this. And now this is how you do the step edit. It's much easier.
I tried following a YouTube video that was in about 6 parts. And it was either so slow, I lost interest, or it was so quick, I had to keep rewinding back to go, no, sorry, missed that. Where the guys just assumed that you knew what the next step was going to be, and sometimes you get that with somebody who knows, all the intricacies of something, and just assumes that you know which button to push, and so skips over that and just like, right, now you're on this screen. You go, wait, how did I get to that screen? Whereas Inky's going, this is how you get to that screen.
Exactly. No,
which has proved
brilliant.
I've actually got stuff recorded into it.
I know. It's amazing, and you can pick up from there again, and it's like it's a great starting point. I hope she comes back. I hope she hasn't exploded. I think she might be sending me a message. No. Here she is. She's back. She's back.
Is that better?
That is a million times better. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the line must have cut out, and then it was trying to attach to my phone, tether off my phone, which has got about 2 megabytes up.
No, it's fabulous. You've got a great connection now. Really, really good. Thank you. Everyone was just saying how brilliant you were, basically, and how good it was, and how much we understood everything, and how great it was to actually see someone kind of demonstrating it, saying this is what you do, rather than talking about it.
Yeah, but hold your hand properly, and lead you through.
Well, think of some questions for next time and what you'd like to do.
Definitely.
And have
All right, same time next week?
Yeah, if you're both up for it.
Love it. Love to. Is that right with you, Kent?
Yeah, absolute.
Maybe could rope Andrew in if he.
Yes. Yeah, if there's no EMOMs, that would be really cool. Hopefully. I've been keeping my eye out. I don't know. I was going to say when he goes live, we can actually broadcast it on here, but I've not actually seen anything, so never mind. Nothing's come through on my messenger, so hopefully he's having a good stream. Hopefully. Awesome. Thanks for joining as well. You just joined at the end, but yeah, rewatch, that'd be fantastic. It's a good one. It's a really, really good one. Anyone else want to ping us any questions for next week? Just bang them in or stick them underneath this stream. And we'll put them in next stream, and it works really well. Really, really good. So thank you very much indeed for that. Kent is likely to be streaming very soon. I think. Is that right? Yeah, brilliant. On Kent Spong channel. So
I've
if you're
barely
not,
got to get up.
it just pushes a button. I'm sure everyone in the chat is familiar with Kent Spong's channel, but search YouTube for Kent Spong. There's only one Kent Spong, and he will be on the stream probably until about 4 in the morning. Hello to you, Bok as well. Thank you. 10 out of 10 says half god, half beast. Whilst you were gone, Kent explained I'd been calling half god, half beast, half god, half biscuit for the entire stream. Not even realised it. So, oh well. Hot cross buns. That's what it was. It's hot cross buns
that's
from
probably
earlier.
done it. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Inky. It's really, really appreciated, as always. Thank you. And we'll see you next week, and we'll talk to you before. And thank you to everybody in the stream. And I'll see you later on Kent's stream, I guess. Thank you. All righty. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
Urbanist connect so with the archive. Link up the harmonized, left the termite. Back beyond obsolete blessings, a birthright. We live a life which a lot for me, no side worldwide. Cosmic love energy, I go herbicide free, organically, me say worthwhile. Watch the way one of you take turmoils in terms of definitions and long termites. Yes, I check the eye. One side is defined by one side the other. I.e. I am an idea's man. I assign too much of the qualities of my child. Who's we up talking like there's two of me? One is a construct, one is a creativity. The supreme one, all encompassing information in and of itself, most definitely. Another life infinitely, most life infinitely. Beyond the scripture, niceness, niceness can be. Blessed be. I continually, Mr. Pick up with being as the infinity.